Hi, welcome to the Crafty Toads. We are on episode 10 now. We have crossed over to double digits.
Yay!
Yay, yes. We're on episode 10, and it is only 1 week since our last episode, which is really good for us.
Yes.
So, 1 week since our last yarn confession.
Trying to be a little more consistent.
Yes. We are getting ready for a big show, which we've mentioned in the past couple episodes, and we thought we're going to get one more podcast in before we go to that, and then hopefully...
Sewing panic sets in.
Yeah, big time. And then we will hopefully be able to, on our next podcast, tell you lots of good things that happened there. Yeah. So, I am Mary Beth. You can find me all over as Mary Beth 494.
I am Helen HG. You can find me... No, I'm Helen. Just Helen.
Just Helen.
I'm actually Helen HG, but however.
We're going to refer to you as Just Helen. Throwback to Will and Grace. Just Jack. Anyway,
I am Helen. You can find me everywhere as Helen HG 69.
And we have 2 dogs that come to the store with us every day. They are here today. Their names are Spike and Drusilla. You may hear a random bark or a squeaky toy. We apologize. And if you are wearing headphones, it may be a little startling.
Beware.
Yes. They're usually pretty good. We just have to hopefully have them calm down, and we'll get going.
Yeah.
So,
we are sisters. We own a business together.
Yes.
And we are in Keyport, New Jersey. And today is Monday.
Monday, July 25th. And
would be the bark that we talked about.
The name of our store is Toad Hollow.
Yes.
You can see we're in our workspace right now. We were a gift store, and we have kind of moved over into, we're selling mostly our bags right now. So we have a workspace that is the middle part of the store, and then we have our showroom, which is up front. Here comes the squeaky toy.
Drew goes through her stages where she wants us to pay attention to her, so we're almost in the stage where she just calms down and...
So I'm very sorry if it's very loud for headphones, but she is part and package.
Yes.
So part of the whole thing. As I was saying, we do have some remnants of our gift store items, a couple left over, but we're moving more and more into our bags and selling those. Yeah. And that seems to be where we're going these days.
Focusing.
However, we are all over as Toad Hollow NJ. So we have Instagram, and we're on Periscope as Toad Hollow NJ. We actually did our first Periscope the other day, which we will talk about in a little bit when we talk about the toads on the wild.
Yes.
And we, I have no idea where I was going with that. Complete brain fart. Gone.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to look at my show notes so I can see what...
This is why we write things down.
Yeah, we did. We wrote things down this time.
Over 10 episodes, we think we'd realize that...
our brains are terrible when it comes to remembering this kind of thing. Okay, so we do have a giveaway going right now. We started it last week.
Excuse me, I'm in the process of bribing a dog.
Because we started our... we crossed 100 followers on YouTube. And yay us.
Yay! I believe Grocery Girls just passed 6,000.
Doesn't matter. We passed 100. We are cool.
Yes, we are.
We're awesome.
To 100
Grassroots.
People.
Yep, grassroots campaign. Anyway, we're doing a 100 follower giveaway. So we have one of our bags. We showed it last week that we're giving away. We have a thread open on our Ravelry page, which I should mention we have a Ravelry page for the Crafty Toads. And love to have you come over and join us. We have some really great people. But there's a picture of the bag.
Yes.
In the thread, right?
Yeah, it's our Kate style bag. It's great for her shawl size.
Also wine, if you like to bring wine to restaurants, BYOB. It's great for a couple bottles of wine. So, and we found that knitters and wine go together, hand in hand.
Very much so.
So, but we are extending it a little bit, so if you would like to join us, please come leave a comment. Our question is, if time and money were no object, where would you like to go on vacation?
Yep.
And you had your favorite one that you had found, right?
Yes. It's been a lot of fun reading them all, and so far my favorite one is somebody wants to take her best friend and go on a yarn crawl around the world.
So
And
our,
I'm in.
yeah, can we be
for
your
that.
best friends, please, and come with you? Because really, how cool would it be if you started where you are, wherever you are, and you just went from yarn place to yarn place, picking up people as you went along?
It's the amazing race of yarn stores.
Yes.
You have to do complete a task at each yarn store. How awesome would that be?
Yeah, but if it's going to be
Phil
like,
Keegan,
get on
that.
this. If it's going to be something like that, you and I are just going to be like left way behind because knitting something,
What?
it would take forever.
No, but that's all you're focusing on?
That's all you're focusing on.
I would be like, you have to knit a sweater before you can move on to the next round.
Yes, but I mean, even if it's like you
It's
have
like,
to
you go
knit,
here, knit brioche. How cool would that be?
that would be so. Cool.
You know how many yarn stores we have in New Jersey?
I know.
Chelsea,
Knit a bit.
Yarns, Knit, Susan, Christina.
We got to get on this. I think this is something really, really cool. Instead of just doing a regular yarn crawl, you have to do the amazing race of yarn stores. Yes. All right.
Podcast idea formed.
There, right here on the podcast, you are witnessing history.
Stay
Two
tuned.
minds working together as one, which is what normally happens.
Since
We
there's
share
about one mind between two of us.
God. Okay, anyway, 100 followers, please come leave a comment. Let us know where you want to go on vacation, and we're going to draw for the bag next week.
Yeah,
So,
next podcast.
next podcast. All right. We also just finished our Doctor Who along. That ended not just, because that ended the end of June.
But we drew prizes last podcast, and we were waiting for a couple people to get back to us.
We've heard from a couple.
And for the couple that have gotten back to us,
We've pretty much let them know
yeah,
already.
but don't be alarmed. We have not sent them out yet. We have to, once we get through the county fair, then we will send them on.
Right. So beginning of August, expect them to hit the mail about that.
And the reason for that is you're getting brand new bags, and we have to make them.
Yes. Never been touched. We will get them ready.
Yeah.
So, okay. All right. I think we're on to FOs.
We are.
We are.
Okay.
FOs. I have none.
We are late podcasting this morning. We were supposed to podcast about 2 hours ago because
Somebody had
insisted
I had to finish
on
up.
finishing something.
But she's got an FO, so it's very cool. Do you need me to hold anything, or are you good?
You may hold one, and I will hold the other.
Look at the beauty that is this sock.
This is
I
my-
love the green and the pink together.
Yeah.
I really, really do.
These are my wildflower and honeycomb socks.
They're showing up really well today. The color is good.
Yeah. I guess when you hold it back here, when we're not trying to
Right. No, I
bring
think
it up.
no, because now we're green.
Yeah.
Come back.
The one thing I figured out too far in the process was this yarn is not great for the wildflower and honeycomb pattern. You can't really see it.
Do you know what? You can kind of see.
You can kind of see the... Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can
Actually,
see-
you're holding it now. It looks
Okay.
much better. Yeah.
All right. Do you know there was something
So
else
it
that we were
depends where
doing?
the speckles hit on the
Yeah.
honeycomb part.
There was also something else we were doing. I can't remember. I think it was my Pebble Beach shawl, but it showed the pattern.
Okay, somebody's coming downstairs. That's fine. Our store, we have apartments above our workspace, and people, daring to go in and out of their homes while there's my
Run up
dogs.
and downstairs.
We should put a notice out. We're here. You may not leave or come into your apartment.
No going up or down the stairs. But my Pebble Beach shawl, the pattern showed up so well on the computer.
Yeah.
And it didn't show up so well as I was knitting it, but then once it was finished.
Yeah. Finally done. I started them to be originally part of the Grocery Girls
Summer of Socks?
Summer of Socks cow, which ended. And I believe I may actually get it in.
I think you're going to get it
for
in.
the second sock of summer.
You are, because I
So-
think it goes till July 31st, so I think you're still
Yeah,
good.
it's either July or August because my next one might get into. But anyway, I'm just excited that they're done.
Yeah. She's been working on them constantly. So what heel is it?
It's part of the pattern. It's a modified eye of partridge heel. You drop the heel, and then you turn and you do the gusset. I knit them on size 2 Chaogus.
Are there any? Was it just a regular toe?
Everything was straight out of the pattern because I do not like the toe. I don't like the decreases because you get they do essentially 4 sections of decrease, so you're getting 4 seams, which I don't like the look of it as much.
But you haven't worn them yet, so you don't know whether it's going to bother you along the top of your foot or something like that. Okay. And you Kirchnered it, right?
No, it was you go down to 8 stitches and pull.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, well, that's nice and neat.
Yeah.
So, and you've woven in your ends and everything?
Everything's woven in.
Wow.
I just need to give them a quick bath. And,
so cool.
Awesome.
I need to start socks.
Yes.
I really do. I say this every time, and I watch everybody do their socks, and I get really jealous of it. And I do want to knit the socks. I've just been working on other things.
And usually I knit my socks in the car while we're driving for deliveries or going to see our mom or whatever. But summer is very, very warm, and we have mentioned before we don't have AC in the car, so it's not the greatest knitting time. I was knitting them the last couple nights because I was trying to finish them for the podcast. In front of the TV, it's really great TV knitting socks.
Oh, because you don't have to really pay attention too much,
and
right?
It's such huge satisfaction because, I mean, it's a block of time. It's more than the half hour in the car or whatever.
Right.
Where you actually get to see
all of a
a
sudden,
tremendous amount done.
I'm done this much. That's great.
2 nights ago, I started and I had just finished the heel. So in 2 nights, I did the whole foot, and I have a big foot. So.
All right. Very cool.
Yeah.
I was, Helen was driving yesterday, and I was knitting, and I was working on one of my sweaters, and oh my word, it was just sticky and everything. I never want to touch this wool again.
Very, very hot right now
in
the state of New Jersey.
Yes.
Which, shocker, it's the end of July, it's hazy, hot, and humid.
Well, evidently we got rain last night, so rather than taking away the heat, we now have the swamp.
Yeah, it's sort of like going into
rainforest?
No, a spa.
Oh,
where they the steam room.
The steam room. Yeah,
they just throw the steam on. That's kind of what the rain did. It just threw a little bit of steam on. So.
All I could think of was Once Upon a Mattress, The Swamps of Home.
Yes, you said it this morning, and all I've got running through my head.
Carol Burnett singing.
Winifred.
Yes. All right, let's go on to whips, shall we? Okay, so this actually is a good time to talk about our other cowl that we have. It's our first cowl. It's called the Summer Sweater Cowl. And you will see that it's our first cowl because our hashtag for it is Crafty Toad's Summer Cowl. No? Yes? I think it's Crafty Toad Summer Cowl. Because we didn't want to make this any more difficult for you. We gave you like 19 letters to type. We've gotten better.
Surprisingly enough, not too many people have used that hashtag.
I can't imagine why.
We do have quite a few entries.
We do. And there's some really pretty. There's a sweater in there that I really want to start working on. However, I'm not allowed
someone who's doing her very first sweater.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. But I'm going to start with, this is my Rhinebeck sweater. This is the one I was working on in the car yesterday. This is the Irish Coffee sweater by, I never get this right, Baby Cocktails. This is the picture that they give you. It's a short sleeve sweater, but I have long sleeve shirts and turtlenecks that I can put it on over, so I'm not worried about that. And this is where I am.
You've really gotten far.
I have. Okay, so this is where I was for last week.
Can we hold it up?
Well, see, I'm in the round now, so it's kind of hard to...
Well, I'd hold it and you point.
Okay, so this is where I was last week, so I've done that much. I have to get to 9 inches of 2x2 ribbing. Because here is my V coming down, so it's going to come... Oh, okay, so here, see? There's the V. Backwards, there we go. There's the V in hers. So there's mine, and this is going to come out over the shoulders. I'm adding for the shoulder, the raglan for the shoulders. It is...
I swear to God, this mirror imaging stuff is just, it makes me feel very, very simple.
I know, it throws me every time, and you think by the time we get to the 10th episode you'd be able to do it, and still, totally throws me. It is Knit Picks...
I love the way
Wool of the Andes.
Your ribbing comes out around the raglan.
Yeah, you have to... you add the stitches, and then you have to look carefully to see, should it be a knit or a purl, because you're just continuing. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect right there. Okay, you can also kind of see the color. It is Midnight Heather, which is a lot darker than I thought it was going to be.
But again, it looked just the way I was just holding it. You can see the blue.
And in the sunlight yesterday, as we were going along, you can see the blue and the flecks of green in there. The reason I went for such dark color is because I have some really bright colored shawls, so it's going to look really pretty as an accent against this sweater.
You really took it down to the wire.
I do. I take it down to the wire. So I have run out of wool. I need to order more wool because we got 2 50-gram balls to make sure that we really liked it, and now I need to order more. Yeah, because I also have. We knit with 2 cats and 2 dogs, so there's always cat hair and dog hair knit into our sweaters and shawls.
It's all part of the process.
Yep. Knit with love from all 5 of us. 6 of us. All
6
6
of
of
us.
us. So. Anyway, I'm really very pleased with it so far. I just need to keep going. Yeah. But it's very cool. Very simple so far because it's just the 2x2 ribbing.
It's going to be nice and stretchy. I don't want to pull your stitches out. Nice and stretchy.
I think it should be, yes, because it's supposed to be a rather wide
comfy,
neck.
Cozy.
It's not supposed to be like up around your neck.
Yeah.
It's supposed to kind of sit here and then go down.
Which you can see with the raglan.
Right.
The way you're doing it.
It says I'm supposed to do this for 9 inches from the V, and I keep thinking, oh, I've got to be getting close, And I think this is 6.5 inches overall. It may be not 9 inches from the V, it may be 9 inches total. But, yeah, it's just, you keep going, and I think, okay, I've got to be getting close, and then no. It's only like 6.5 inches, so I've got quite a little bit more to go. But very cool.
Yeah.
Very happy with it. So that's my first sweater. That's my Rhinebeck sweater.
My Rhinebeck sweater. I don't think I have done very much since the last podcast. I have been distracted by another sweater, but we'll get to that. This is Hannah Fettig, the coastal pullover.
So pretty.
And I am doing also a Knit Picks. I've lost my tag.
Yours is Wool of the Andes tweed.
It's the Wool of the Andes tweed, and I think it's Autumn Heather.
Yes.
Oh, there's my cable needle.
And it's 100% Peruvian wool.
Right. So, oh, this is really, I'm not even sure why I'm showing it. This is where I was last week. So I have done a row.
I got this.
So, you have already seen this. I've joined it. This was the one where I joined it in the round and twisted it. So, okay. Fun cables.
You can really see them. They're showing up well today.
Because I love cables. Much more than Mary Beth.
I really love the look of cables. Not as big a fan of knitting them as Helen is, but I always pick sweaters that have cables.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this one has will ultimately have cables too. So,
so not much to say on that one.
There's your cover page.
Other than I got to get going on it.
Yeah, because Rhinebeck is coming up faster and faster.
Lots to do in between.
I know
that will distract me. So.
All right, my other whip that I've been working on is my Mrs. Weasley sweater, which It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I'm going to take this off so I can open it up. This is the Lifesaver Sweater by Tannis Fiber Arts. And you knit it top down. It's a cardigan, and you knit it top down. I have...
So we can hold them together.
Okay. I have gotten to the point where I have finished doing the raglan for the sleeves and put the sleeves on the stitches holders. I was a little bit worried because it says put the 98 stitches or however many stitches you're doing for your sleeves onto the holder, and then you cast on 10 and then put a marker and cast on another 10. And I'm thinking it's going to be a flat line, and how are you going to get your arms through it and everything? And then once I actually did it, I realized that, oh yeah, those 98 stitches are actually the whole.
Yeah. We were both.
It was one of those things where I haven't done it this way. I've always done them from the bottom up, and then you get to here to the gusset, and then you just put the front on stitch holder and do the back all the way up, and then do the front all the way up, and then pick up for the sleeves.
Right.
And it's just a different way of doing it. So, but what we are doing is we are taking our minis and using them to make our Mrs. Weasley sweaters. And we love them. We absolutely adore them. We realize that, not everybody is going to like this kind of thing, but for us, oh my God, this is gorgeous.
You're about 10 rows ahead of me. Probably more now because I was doing my sock, but
just so cool.
It's so much fun because when it's straight stocking knit stitch except for occasional
my
emergency.
My stitch holder, or my stitches holder caught one of the stitches and just pulled it all out of proportion. I have to do something about that, but
blocking will take care of that.
Right.
Anyway,
I was trying to find my marker.
Knitting and fingering weight stocking knit stitches with 300 stitches on the needle can get tedious. However, you're constantly changing colors, and it's so much fun. You just put your hand in the box, take out a mini, and you're not sure how exactly it's going to knit up.
Yeah, and
unless it's a solid color.
And as you can see, we are not doing anything as far as matching colors or anything like that. It's just grab and knit. So.
I did specifically cheat on the one I'm on now because I thought it was getting too dark and bluey. So I went light.
I have done it that if I've pulled out two solids in a row, I throw one back and start over again. Yeah. But you can see here is my marker. That's where I was last week. And I've done that much more. And we are getting approximately 6 rows per mini. Maybe a little bit less.
I was going to say
it comes down like this, and as you're coming, you're adding stitches every 4 rows or so that you're increasing till it comes down to a point. I have passed, the point where I'm adding stitches, so I am now straight knitting.
And you're getting 6 with the 300?
Straight stocking it. I am just under 6.
Okay.
So it's like 5 3/4.
Okay.
When we first started, I got 6, passed the ball over to Helen, and she would get 6. Now, not so much.
Yeah.
But
so we're just zipping along. Love it. Love knitting it.
It's gonna be so comfortable.
It is because
and so much fun.
Soft.
Yeah.
Like a little cloud.
You are gonna know us as we walk down
the
street.
We're gonna be those crazy old ladies walking down the street in there sweating.
Could we do something a little bit before old? Like crazy,
those crazy middle-ish dog cat ladies. Anyway, I do not relish the thought of picking up the stitches for the rib, but we'll worry about that when that happens.
Yes, because you have to go start at the bottom and work your way up and all around.
Because we have to pick up something like 400 stitches.
That's okay.
Yeah.
And we've mentioned that I think we're going to do our button band, right? Button band and the ribbing and the ribbing around the sleeves in a solid color, neutral color, so that it will allow the
just
colorful goodness of everything else to pop. And I've just moved my stitch marker.
Yes.
Not my stitch marker, my progress keeper. So it is now moved. I love this. Really love this.
This has been the distraction this week.
Yes. Because I have not done anything on my third sweater at all.
I have because
I have, I think I've picked out a pattern for it.
again,
This will be pattern number 3. However, it's a tank. So if I'm going to wear it, I have to get from it.
since we do get winter here.
I know. I'm going to finish this just in time for it to start getting cold. I'll wear it over a turtleneck. It'll be fine.
There you go.
It'll be a vest.
So attractive.
70s all over again.
Just call you Richard Simmons.
Oh my god.
My third sweater is my cotton sweater. It's the Tiny Shoots pattern. It's a short sleeve sweater. And
unlike me, Helen took the first pattern, stuck with it.
This is my front, which I finished a while ago.
It is so pretty. Can you see the leaves in there? So pretty.
I'm working with Knit Picks Pima Cotton, which is so soft.
Oh my god.
Lovely to work with.
That's the thing. It's such a great cotton because I have the same cotton in different colors. But I mean, it's so pretty and soft and
great stitch definition.
You just want to do this.
Yeah.
And I can't get
just
myself
want to wear it
into doing anything.
Well, you don't like your colors.
I don't mind the colors. I don't like them as much as yours. That's true. I feel sorry for my colors because I picked them and everything. But they just aren't yours.
This is my back, which is just straight stocking knit, back and forth. And we will get to it later, but our book club is meeting tonight, and I had to finish our book. So this is perfect to knit while you read.
So how far are you? I mean, how much further do you have to go?
I don't have that much further.
You've got to be almost there.
Yeah, I think I've got maybe 10 more rows.
Wow, you're really close.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my problem is going to be the same as your problem. This is all I have left of my yarn.
Good luck with getting 10 rows out of that baby.
I need to... We ordered this the same time we ordered the yarn for our Rhinebeck sweaters, and we didn't know whether we'd like the yarn, so we only did a couple balls of each. So I need to get more yarn.
Right.
And we also are trying to do it at the same time. Get some Felici, because everybody's talking about their Knit Picks Felici, and I want self-striping socks.
I want the Time Traveler one.
Yeah.
Oh, love Doctor Who, and the Time Traveler
and
one
the
is so cool.
Ever After, I think it's
Ever
called.
After. That's the purpley one,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. And the Balloon Ride. Oh, there's so many.
I want them all.
I know.
The sprinkles.
If I had Felici yarn, I would make socks. You're right. I might.
You might.
I might. Our next order, we're probably going to get some Felici too.
Yeah.
Because they still have some, so it's okay. All right. Any more whips?
I have just what I'm pulling out of retirement. Now that my Wildflower and Honeycomb socks are done, before I'm allowed to start another pair, I have to finish my Dumbledores. I have done nothing on them for months. I'm knitting
They're
them
pretty.
2 at a time.
They're
However,
really, really pretty.
I decided this morning that this is my leg. I'm dropping the heel and I'm going.
Oh, you're going to go for it?
Yeah, and I'm just going to finish them up.
Did you finish your pattern repeat?
I have no idea.
Okay.
But you can't, I mean, it doesn't really, you can't really tell. It's just knits and purls and...
Okay.
So I'm just going to drop the heel, do the feet, and be done with them.
I love the pink as the contrast. It looks so
Yeah.
pretty with that blue.
And I'm going to do the pink for the heel and the toes.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay.
So get them done, and then I have...
Oh, it looked like you had
socks.
green in there too. So I was like, oh.
No, just...
We haven't been showing our bags. Well, our bags are the same bags we've been using,
Yeah.
so it's not like there's anything really new. So, okay.
But knitting these 2 at a time, size 2 chacos,
All right.
magic glue.
Do you notice that neither of us has a shawl going?
I do.
Sad.
I still have him.
I have mine. I have my talisman shawl.
Oh, that's right. But neither one of us worked on a shawl this week.
Nobody. I haven't worked on a shawl at all, and it's just. I've been taken over by sweaters.
Yeah. My existing shawl is the Drakenfels. He's very big.
Very warm.
He's very warm. And I need a skein of yarn caked up. And our yarn is here at the shop. Behind us.
In our boxes.
In these beautiful boxes. And I always forget when I'm here that I need to kick up.
Right. We should probably try and remember to do that. So.
Because I don't have that much more to go. I just have to finish the
solid C.
The solid, and then do the end. And
right.
So
getting there.
We should get it done.
Okay. Next on our list is Toads in the Wild.
Okay.
What have we been doing? We did Girls' Night Out. Our town had a Girls' Night Out event. They closed down part of the street, the main street in town, and had a bunch of vendors. And it was come shop. They had a great disco band.
They were really
70s
good.
Disco band. Yeah, they were really, really good.
Lots of Donna Summer.
Yeah. Takes me back.
Yes.
Takes me back. There was... Yeah. There was one year, all I wanted was a Donna Summer album. And on cassette tape, because that's how old I am. And I had one of those...
That's how old Donna Summer is, too.
I had one of those little tape players, that you... It wasn't even a boom box. It was before boom boxes. It was one of those little rectangular tape players. And I would sit up in my room and play it over and over and over again. And I was reading the Prydian series from Lloyd Alexander. I can tell you exactly. I hear all of a sudden MacArthur Park comes on, and I can see myself sitting in that ratty old rocking chair upstairs in my room reading the Book of Three. It's amazing how certain things can take you back, and music does that for me. Certain songs will take me right back. So
Simon and Garfunkel, Summers at the Beach.
Oh my God, YMCA
sitting in that living room.
Oh my God. We had so much fun. My
parents. Put your clothes back on.
My grandparents had a house on Long Beach Island, and all the families, the cousins, and everybody would get together, and
excuse me, I'm dipping out of screen.
They had a record player with my uncle's records, and the YMCA was...
Yep. My cousin brought down the YMCA.
Yeah, and oh my God, playing spoons and hearts and everything. Yeah. We just had such a good time.
It was very good.
Really,
Ghost in the Graveyard at night.
Oh, it had to be dark out.
Yeah.
We had one cousin who was so good at it because he would climb the side of the building and stand on the porch, the edge of the porch, and just stand up there
bat style
and jump off at you. And my grandmother's dog would come down, Saki. Not Saki, no, it was Maxie. It was before Saki. Maxie would come down, and there was a certain spot that it was kind of a cutout underneath the stairs, and that's where Maxie went. That was his spot.
Maxie was not a nice dog.
No, Maxie was not a nice dog, and you stayed away from that spot.
You had to run around from Maxie.
You had to go around the cars in the driveway.
If you were ever the ghost and you had to catch people, you'd just wait in and around Maxie's area because you know exactly which route people would take because they have to go around all the cars.
Right.
So.
For those of you that don't know what Ghost in the Graveyard is, one person is the ghost, and he goes and hides while everybody else stays on base and counts through the hours of the day. And when you get to midnight, then you have to go and find him, and you can't.
It's deliciously scary when you're a kid.
And because it's got to be dark, and you need a big yard.
Yeah. Because
you really need to be able to run. And
you can't see, and you don't know where they are.
Right, and you couldn't stay near base. You had to get away from base. You had to go all the way around the big old house to do it, and we had a good time during the summers.
Remember when Dad did it?
And he hid in the rowboat. We had those old rowboat.
And my cousin, I can hear my cousin now. Ghost in the graveyard. I see Uncle Larry's stomach.
As my dad had a little bit of a stomach, and it was coming up over the edge of the boat.
Good times.
Yes. It was so much fun. We were so lucky to grow up with a big family like that, lots and lots of cousins, and a place where we could all meet and stay. My grandparents made it really, really a great summertime for us. So it was very cool. But anyway...
Girls' Night Out.
Kind of. Disco music. Branching off from. So, Girls' Night Out. So we set up our table, and We had a good night. We had a really good night. It was good. It was hot. It was really warm.
The setup was and takedown was warm.
Yes, and the sun was coming over the buildings, and it was just coming right in. But it was nice. It was it was a really, really nice night. We saw and talked to a lot of people, and it's always fun when you're doing something here in town.
This small town.
Yeah.
Where you just set up a table and people stop by and talk because we all know each other.
Right. Do you remember when we were in Middletown? We wouldn't have known anybody.
I would have spit on them. I hated
To be honest. But
we didn't like them.
No, living here is really very, very nice.
And there's nothing against Middletown whatsoever. It was our development that we lived in.
Anyway, so but also it's bigger. It's much, much bigger. And here it's a small town, so you know people. And we were shouting back and forth across the street with the garden club, and it was
friends
fun.
in the library. Yeah.
It was really fun. So, all right. So we had girls' night out. That was a good thing. Yesterday we were out delivering bags, delivering to Unit in Westfield. We drove up to see her, dropped off a bunch of bags. We tried our hand at periscoping on the way home.
Okay. I want to apologize
If you go and find it.
for the 4 people who watched our Periscope.
It was very, very hot.
Well, it was
Very, very
more
busy
that
on the
we were
Parkway.
driving on the Garden State Parkway. I was driving. I thought we were done. I was trying to merge into a lane because if I didn't merge into the lane, I was going off to the turnpike. And the person wouldn't let me in. My mouth may have gotten in the way.
It wasn't too bad.
No, it wasn't overly foul.
No, it was just calling them a couple of choice names.
Yes.
However,
I apologize.
not to the people in the car, though, because
No.
they were jerks.
No, she was being a complete jerk, and she was laughing about it, which was really making me very angry.
Yeah, so. But, we did our first Periscope. We're going to try and do another one. I'm not sure when, but we're going to try.
Try and get our waterfront.
Yes.
So.
Yes, because we live along the Bay Shore, and it's beautiful.
Yes.
And we do not take advantage of it nearly as much as we should.
No.
So.
Part of the problem is we are always constantly with
The dogs.
the dogs, and they don't get along with other dogs. They're very, very good dogs,
They're wonderful with people.
but on
They're
the leash,
not the
they're
great
not
on
great
the
with
leash.
other dogs.
So. Anyway, we're going to try and work on them with that too. You know, try and socialize them a little bit more. We've gotten very insular where it's the 4 of us together walking and that sort of thing, and try and get them out.
Yeah.
Working with others. So we did that.
About 30 minutes a day.
And we got to get past the whole heat swamp. I saw something, I think it was on Facebook or Instagram, that said that sweat is fat crying. After Thursday, my fat was crying, sobbing. But it was good. Good exercise. All right. Girls' Night Out was our thing last week, and then our big thing this week is the county fair, which we've mentioned before. And as Helen said at the beginning, we are going slightly into sewing panic because we don't have nearly as much done as we had planned, and not even close to enough done as what we need. So we are going to be taking the next 3 days and really pedal to the metal.
Yep. And if you are in New Jersey and you are coming to the Monmouth County Fair, which starts on Wednesday night, stop by the Made in Monmouth booth tent. It's right as you first come inside. It's one of the great big tents. And we will be there Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday night.
Yep. I believe it opens at 5 o'clock on the Wednesday, right?
5 to 11 Wednesday, Thursday, and actually I think it may be 5 to 11
All
every
night.
day. Yeah.
Is it open during the day on Saturday?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll have to see.
We're not there, so we know the hours that we're supposed to be there.
I do know that it's only
Through Sunday.
through Sunday. It's Wednesday through Sunday.
But I'm pretty sure that
So
Sunday...
Sunday they must do during the day.
Yeah, I think Saturday and Sunday they may do during the day. I'm not sure. But it's a really nice time.
It's a
Lots
great
of
fair.
animals.
Yeah, the local
rides.
4-H clubs bring out their animals.
Right. All
rides.
different kinds. There are cows and chickens and sheep and all sorts of really cool things.
Typical fair food.
Yes. I'm pretty sure you can find a frozen or a deep fried Oreo somewhere.
You might be able to.
Just one booth will have it. Okay. And they also have riding expos, because we saw that last year when we went. There was a couple of riding expos.
And they do some exhibits, some animal shows. Like I think they may do a sheep herding thing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
I wonder if the geese police go with the dogs.
they might.
Helen used to work as a property manager and with a big campus, and they had the geese police come with their what were they?
Border collies. It
Border
was
collies.
a big old. I managed a commercial complex, nice, beautiful commercial buildings, and they did not want the geese eliminating on their sidewalks. So we went the humane way, and we hired. There was a company called Geese Police, and they used border collies to chase the geese away.
It's really cool to watch them do their demonstrations because these dogs are so well trained that they know exactly what to do and they stop on a dime and everything. And it's just, and they can herd them and things like that too, instead of just chasing them away, herd them into certain spots. So it's cool. It's really interesting to see. Okay. All right. So I think we're on to books.
Keeps looking at her show notes.
I know I am. Because we're trying to, not completely go off topic. Because would we do that?
Never.
Okay. Books, movies, TV, etc.
Okay.
What would you like to talk about first?
Book clubs tonight.
Okay.
We had to read Madame Tussauds by Michelle Moran. It was a really good book.
It was.
I really enjoyed it.
A good book.
Learned a tremendous amount.
Madame Tussauds is the one that is the wax museum. She is.
Yes. And it's all about her time surviving the French Revolution.
And she got to spend some time at Versailles.
The terror afterwards, because, man, that was a really horrible point in history.
Yeah, that was that, and that was kind of rough to read. So there were parts that were kind of rough. I was thinking about it as I was finishing it up. I think this would make a great TV movie or movie type of thing, and I would love to watch it for the dresses because the dresses that they described are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And do you have your book here? The cover picture of Madame Tussauds in one of the dresses is just so beautiful. I mean, it's gorgeous.
This was pre-revolution.
Yes.
They had to go into their muslin gowns.
But even to see them go from that
to the
muslin and everything would be very interesting.
And then what happened afterwards, because there was a brief period where Napoleon comes in to clean things up.
Right. But I would not want to watch the revolution part because she described in great detail some of the things, and it just was...
But she wasn't overly... I mean, she just described what happened. You know, she didn't go... It wasn't gore for gore's sake. Or
No. She left it to your imagination, which is sometimes so much worse.
Just to show you. Oh.
I know. Mob mentality. It's a frightening thing.
In the historical notes afterwards, I don't know whether you read them.
Yeah.
How some of what they did in the villages outside of Paris.
Oh my God, that was terrible.
Were really like the first recorded
mass genocide.
Mass genocides. And it's just, terrible. And it's just, it was a period I was familiar with the French Revolution and everything, but just not how horrible it was. And especially the Reign of Terror afterwards. Just
I think part of it is... You
think of it always as, Marie Antoinette let them eat cake and that the monarchy was so horrible, and really what was awful was what came after the monarchy.
Right, and the monarchy wasn't that bad.
And she showed, it was so good that she showed all sides of the revolution. Right,
because the monarchy was actually
just clueless,
caught in
more
between
than anything else.
A rock and a hard place too, so it was eye opening in many ways. So it was very
well written, so that you don't feel like you're reading a history book.
Right. It was most definitely a novel.
Yeah.
But so we had picked another one of her books, Nefertiti, to do as part of the book club, but I don't think it's till next year, and we haven't definitely decided on it yet. So
I'm very interested now.
We may have to read that.
Yeah, because we actually own it.
That one I have. I got it a while ago.
Yeah.
So that one is looking forward to that one. So what else are you reading?
I just started The Wishing Thread, which a member of our book club sent to us because it was on sale on Amazon for the Kindle. And it's all about knitting and magic. It's a
Two
family,
things that are very close to our heart.
Yeah. Family up in Tarrytown, New York, and they knit spells into the things that they knit. I just started it last night, so
Cool.
I don't think it's going to be any great prose or anything like that. Just a fun summer retreat.
Cool.
Yeah.
You need that after a while.
Especially after.
I'm reading Lucky Us by Amy Bloom, which is about two sisters growing up in the 40s, in and around World War II.
Okay.
Because one of the characters is German and has been taken to a German detainment camp, sort of like the Japanese. He actually is in the same one that the Japanese were put in.
Here in the States?
Here in the United States.
Okay.
Anybody who did, you might be a Nazi sympathizer, so they put you in the German detainment camps. But it is about this family, a rather dysfunctional family, growing up, and they spent time. They're crossing the country pretty much. They started in the Midwest, and then they went out to Hollywood, and now they're in New York. So it's kind of cool, and all the different people that they meet along the way. It's very, very interesting. So. And good characters. That's one of the things I really like, is when they have really good characters in it. So this is a good one. They've got good people. Some of them I don't like as much as others, but they're very good and very well defined.
Well written.
Yeah, so that's good. So that's where we are reading-wise. What about watching? We have been watching stuff.
Yes,
We've been watching stuff, you know?
We watch stuff.
We binge-watched Chuck. We watched 5 seasons of Chuck, and then when we were finished, I kind of felt like
I missed
Chuckless.
Yeah,
to the point where when we were at Girls' Night Out, Helen's elbowing me, and she's like, "There's somebody who looks like Morgan Grimes over there," and I knew exactly who she was talking about.
Quite sad.
Yes. But
Chuck is a fun show.
Oh,
it
Chuck
really
is so much fun. Yeah,
and even they probably should have stopped a season
ahead of time.
Because
that
I did not really like the arc that they took for the end.
Yeah, that was kind of ridiculous. I
Um,
mean, I bought into the fact that they loaded a supercomputer into some guy's head, and he was the intersect, and he learned how to do all these things because he had the computer in his head. Totally bought into that and everything, but that last season was like stretching.
Well, and it was a stupid thing to do to the relationship, I thought.
Right.
So
yeah. So for those of you that have not watched Chuck, it's a lot of fun.
it is.
And take it through the end, I would say, because...
Oh, and no, it has a definite... I think it's one of the shows where they knew that they were ending.
They did. They got plenty of...
And they got to do what they thought of as closure.
Right.
I just did not
agree with
their closure.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a really fun show, and
yeah,
I
no,
enjoyed it.
it's good. And then we moved
Chuck.
on. I do miss Chuck. But then we moved on to Stranger Things, which is on
Two
Netflix.
of our brothers recommended it very, very highly.
We went through that in 3 nights?
Yeah, well, I mean, there are only 8 episodes.
There were 8 episodes. It
so good.
is so good. And I know there are a lot of people talking about it right now. It's like the thing that people are talking about, but oh my god.
And if you get turned away because people are calling it horror, it's not. Because I don't do horror. I don't read Stephen King.
I don't like things jumping out at me.
I read his non-horror stuff because I like his style.
Actually, somebody said that it was kind of like The Stand, too.
Yeah, I can see it, The Stand. There are startling moments, but it's not, it or...
No, somebody that I was reading said that they likened it to Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Supernatural. Yeah. So if you have watched either of those shows and you are okay with those, then you are going to be fine. Because it's Supernatural without the gore. There's really no gore in it whatsoever.
Yeah, no, it's a very...
It's a throwback to the 80s.
Yeah.
And there's definitely a look and feel of the 80s on it.
Being 80s children.
Yes,
very,
80s
very
star.
Familiar.
My kind of music. Love 80s music, so really my kind of music. So there's that.
And they got the filming of it is very, it was almost like it was filmed in the 80s.
Yeah. Very Steven Spielberg-ish.
Yeah, and it's not glitzy like we are now. And
right.
A lot of people say, if you like this and you haven't seen Super 8, that you should watch Super 8.
Yeah, one of our brothers told us that we should definitely, I don't even know what that's about. So
yeah, I have no idea.
I have nothing on that. But everybody's talking about it.
For
you
good
should
reason.
watch it.
Very, very good.
I have not heard anything negative about it.
No.
Everybody is good.
Yeah.
Everybody is loving it. So, no, check it out if you can. It's good. And somebody was asking on the thread on something this morning whether it's in Canada, and everybody was answering them saying yes, it is on Canadian Netflix.
Yeah.
So
it's a Netflix show. So you just have to have Netflix.
Really good. Really good. Okay.
So what are we going to watch now?
I don't know. We got to find something new.
If anybody has suggestions,
maybe we do
TV.
The Wire.
We're going to have to intersperse some happy with The Wire.
The Wire does get kind of dark. We saw through season 2, I think.
We're going to have to go back.
We have to start over again. But gotta tell you, never hear Three Blind Mice the same way again. Ever. But yeah, no, we will have to throw in some happy in there too. We're going to have to find something good.
Yeah.
If you have any suggestions, let us know.
Binge-worthy TV.
Yes. We have done the Gilmore Girls.
So, Gilmore Girls, Supernatural, Buffy,
Angel, West Wing, done them. I'm hoping iZombie is coming out soon. So, because with August 1st,
we need all last seasons.
Yeah, we need the Flash.
Because we need the Flash, we need Supernatural, we need iZombie.
Gotta get caught up on those.
The 100 we have to catch up on.
Right. We've got a bunch to get caught up on.
Let's go, Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix just has to get them. But August 1st is coming, so I'm thinking that they're going to start adding them in for August, hopefully.
Because I know Limitless made it already. We should watch that.
Yeah, we should.
Started that.
There's some things. Anyway.
I don't know why we're filming a podcast.
Either
we're watching TV.
TV to watch, things
it's not like
to
we
knit,
have bags to make,
or a job to do.
Yeah.
Movies. We have not seen any movies. However, I have to say, Comic-Con has been going on this past weekend in San Diego, and they're releasing previews, all the trailers and everything. The movies that are coming out look so good.
The only one I've seen so far is Wonder Woman.
I saw Wonder Woman. I saw... Oh, no, there's a new BBC America show coming out called Dirk Gently, I think. Dirk Gently, Private Investigator. It's by Douglas Adams, who wrote The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which is one of my favorite books. Also, he wrote Last Chance to See, which is all about seeing animals in endangered species. And, oh my God, that is so funny. That is one of the funniest books ever. I love that book. Absolutely love that book. Anyway, he was the one that wrote it, and I did not realize that he had written this book. I'm going to have to see if I can find it as a book. But it's coming out in October, I think. I think it's coming out then. So we're going to have to keep an eye out for that.
You were talking about the new Alan Tudyk one that's coming out too.
Yes. That is... I can't remember what it's called. But it's all about a girl who works for an insurance agency that insures buildings for after superheroes come through and cause all the damage. Somebody's got to pay for the buildings to be rebuilt, and she works for this insurance company. So it's like the behind the scenes of the superheroes. You know, it's the other side. What happens after the superheroes are done and gone on their merry way and left destruction. Well, not so much death, but destruction behind. So I thought that looked kind of interesting, but that's going to start. I'm not sure if that's the fall or the spring.
Okay.
I will look for it and see if I can find the name of it, because I don't remember what it's called. Anyway, Comic-Con is putting out all these great things, so it's going to be a good
movies
fall.
coming.
Yes. Getting ready for fall.
Yeah,
we're ready for fall. Yeah, it's not so much the heat.
Because all the complaining we're doing, it has not been that hot.
This past week has been warm, and the week coming up is supposed to be, we're like in a heat wave that's going to continue for a little bit.
We haven't gone over 100. There hasn't been anything like where you have to do the brownouts on the air conditioning. Or
No.
That, so.
God, thank God for that.
Yeah.
We've been living in air conditioning, so thank God. I think what part of it is being a grown-up with responsibilities and everything. We used to be, you got out of school and you had the summer. And, you did things during the summer. You played outside, you went to the beach on the weekends. And then when we got a little bit older, you got to go and spend the whole summer down at the beach. And it was such a great thing that you looked forward to.
Yeah. Summer job.
Right. We don't get to do that anymore. We're the adults and doing the day-to-day job and everything. So that it's just, you don't have the summer as that great golden opportunity anymore.
Right.
it's just another day. You know, it's just another
You sound so
day.
sad.
No, but it's looking back and seeing the things that you don't appreciate things when you're younger.
Young. Yeah.
You know, look back and see.
Well, we see Halloween fabrics.
Yes,
and
oh my God, Michaels is putting out the fall scents and everything, like their potpourri and things like that, and it's just you're getting smell of cinnamon and apples and pumpkin and. I love fall. I really love fall. I love it when the leaves start turning. And I have sweaters that I'm going to be wearing. So I need a little bit of time.
Your neck.
Yeah.
That's all you
Well, that's if the fall started now. You know, we've got 2 months or
that's
so.
That's what summer's for, to make your fall
sweaters. To make your fall sweaters, right. But anyway, we're just getting in the mood for it. But fall TV and fall movies, just another push.
Yep.
You know, it's going to be cool. Very cool. All right, moving on, because we've been rambling on that for enough. As we sew here at the store, we listen to music. And we tried doing podcasts for a while, and then we realized we weren't getting very much work done because we were watching the podcast. You know,
we get distracted by shiny things too easily.
And people are showing their great work, and it's just, you want to look at that. And then I sewed my finger, and, you know, that whole mess. So we decided we're not allowed to do podcasts anymore, so we've been listening to music. And we have a list on Spotify of all our really great music that we love, but after you play it the same over and over and over again for like 10 weeks in a row,
it gets boring.
You want some new stuff put in. So we are asking you, give us some music suggestions. Here are some of the people that are in our Spotify list right now, so you can have an idea of the kind of music that we listen to.
It's an eclectic mix.
We're in New Jersey. So, top of the line, Bruce Springsteen.
Always.
Always and forever. Also, Bon Jovi. We like Bon Jovi, so...
And Springsteen never gets old.
No, there's Springsteen songs. Put him on
every day.
Yeah. Yep. So, we have Springsteen and Bon Jovi. We like country artists from, like, the 90s.
Yeah.
Alan Jackson... Trisha Yearwood, Garth Brooks, although he's not on Spotify, so we can't listen to him. Mary Chapin Carpenter, that kind of thing. I found Roseanne Cash last year. Love her. I can listen to her over and over and over again. I really love her. Going back to Johnny Cash, like him a lot. That kind of thing.
Elvis.
Oh my God, I love Elvis. Imagine Dragons. We like Pentatonics for the most part. Lindsey Sterling is a violinist and she does some songs. Love her stuff. She's really good. The other day I found Blackmore's Night because we were listening to Lorena McKenna. Love her. Also,
she's
Enya.
not on Spotify that much either, though.
No, they've got like 4 songs of hers, which really I need more than that. Anyway, Blackmore's Night is akin to her. Oh my God, they're great.
Beautiful.
Really love them. We like Broadway, and
we're Lemmings. We're not Lemmings. It's
Hamilton.
It's just how good that damn show is.
Oh my God. Love it. We are not hip hop or rap at all.
No.
Not a huge Beyonce fan.
Some of her stuff,
but not a lot. We like her more commercial things.
I was going to say, I like the image of Beyonce.
Yes. I love what she's doing. But
Hamilton. And oh my God. Reading our book, Madame Tussauds, Lafayette shows up, so it's like,
and if you know the Hamilton score at all, you'll know exactly what we're talking about.
Rochambeau.
Yeah. Just to show you, we said on the last podcast that my mom, who's in her 70s, wanted to download Hamilton. We talked to her this past week to see how she liked it. She said she was dancing around.
Loved it.
She loved it. Absolutely loved it. This is the power of Hamilton.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. So also we just heard, I think it's called Rise, which is Katy Perry's new song.
Oh, for the Olympics.
For the Olympics, which actually leads us into the next thing. But it's awesome. If you haven't seen it, there's a video that goes with it that's all about the Olympics. If you haven't seen it, go find it and watch it.
It really gets you.
Oh my God,
Yay,
I was crying. And somebody put it up, but they said that as, you know, a thing, and I left them a comment and said, okay, A, I'm sobbing, and B, I'm so ready for the Olympics.
I love the Olympics.
And the Summer Olympics especially. I like the Winter Olympics too, but the Summer Olympics, there's so much He
So
gets
much
so into it.
And I think this year, and I hope that the world gets into it. I think the world needs the Olympics.
Oh,
I
we
think
do.
we need to
We do.
get behind our youth and our athletes and
Yes.
just
We
come
should do a
together.
window for the Olympics. Do you remember the window we did with the Olympics?
Yeah.
Back when we had stuffed animals?
Yeah.
We had a swimming pool. We had a tub as part of our window display, and we had the animals swimming in the tub.
This was back when we were at Toy Store.
It was a very good window.
Yeah. But anyway, the world needs the Olympics, and we need it to be a happy, good
Proud
Olympics. Pride in your country, pride in your
but also working
and
together
the world
in
coming
peace.
together. Yeah,
we need peace.
Yes.
So, I'm really looking forward to it. August 5th, opening ceremonies.
Yep. Where will you be? I will be in front of my TV.
Yes, we will. We will be there. Maybe we'll be eating, colorful food.
There we go.
In honor of the Olympics, spiders. Anyway.
And knitting.
Because,
What else do you do during the Olympics? We should have the knitting Olympics if we had thought about this ahead of time.
We could have done a lot with that. However.
Winter Olympics, 2 years. We'll have
Knitting Olympics.
Okay.
All right. So, I believe it is time for the yarn pig.
He's in mourning.
The yarn pig is wearing...
He's bored. He had to make himself an armband.
It's not a black armband because...
We did get some mail.
But it's a dark blue armband because we have not bought anything. We've been so good.
He's just languishing on the shelf.
I hate our life right now. We're so good. We have no good yarn. Anyway.
We've been tempted so many times and we talk ourselves out of it.
See, the thing is, we have boxes of beautiful yarn, and we have so many things that we can be making.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's not like we're working with awful yarn or that we don't have any yarn to work with or anything like that. It's more, I don't have enough time to do it all.
It's more, I'm on Instagram and I want it all.
Oh, I'm sorry, I have a dog hair. I see pictures of some of the yarn. Yeah. We're going to go into that for when we do yarn wool. But anyway, the yarn pig has his armband. You are the one that got mail this week, so would you like to share? I got nothing.
Everybody hates Mary Ann.
They don't hate me, they just don't know me. It just happened. Helen got 2 packages.
Yeah. So, my first package is from our good friend Mary.
Hi, Mary!
Who was Mary Beth's, one of Mary Beth's swap partners on the Grocery Girl Legacy Knits mini swap.
And she sent me an awesome package.
Was so generous to Mary Beth. But then she found our podcast.
Helen cried.
I did not cry. She found our podcast, and she likes me.
She does.
So she sent me a package, too. And
would you like me to hold the package so it doesn't slide off?
Okay,
go ahead.
First off, she knit me a pair of socks.
How cool
is that? Is this? She knit me a pair of socks.
They're so beautiful.
I'm just so thrilled. I wonder if it's one of the Mina Phillips new patterns.
Mary, leave us a comment and tell us what pattern it is, because it's really pretty.
It's a beautiful
It's not Hermione,
pattern.
is it?
No, it's not Hermione.
Okay.
Because
the back is
and
not
I know
textured.
Mina's new patterns the back is stockinette.
Okay.
But
really pretty.
I love the fact that she knit me a pair of socks, and they are so my colors.
The colors are gorgeous.
It's just beautiful.
They really are.
Once it is no longer hazy, hot, and humid, I will wear them.
Yes. They're really, really pretty.
And
you did a great job.
Yes.
Really good job.
Then she sent me a skein of Wonderland Yarns, Pigments of Imagination.
Which is the most awesome name.
Yes, it is. And it is Dialot 19. Anyway, it is this beautiful wine red purpley color, which I adore.
Is it fingering?
It is fingering, and it is 512 yards.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a nice, big, fat skein of yarn.
100% superwash.
Superwash, yep. So, very cool. Let's make a very nice shawl. And then to go with it...
Now, we were just, what was the shawl we were looking at where it was one main color and then you had the colors in there? Not random acts of color because that's only
No,
three.
that was the stripy one.
This,
Perfect, yeah.
look at that together. That would be gorgeous. Can you see these?
Did you go into my Ravelry, Mary?
These colors together with this is the main and then these is the, oh my God, that's going to be so pretty.
Yeah. So.
And it'll be a nice big shawl.
They may have just decided what I'm doing. With my
Oh, we have 4 sets of size 6 needles with nothing on them.
Yeah.
There you go. We got to find that pattern for you.
This is a Wonderland yarn pack sock fingering weight.
It's their Cheshire Cat color.
It's each skein is 1 ounce and 128 yards.
No.
Yes, it is. It's a
1
per
ounce?
1 ounce skein. So, you're thinking grams.
Yes. Sorry.
So, anyway, it's the lights color.
The what?
Lights.
Gotcha.
Part 1. Again, my colors all the way.
Yeah, really, really pretty.
Thank you.
And she
And a
sent
beautiful
a really
card.
beautiful card.
Thank
So
you
pretty.
so much, Mary. Beyond generous.
Yes. Oh, I am so excited to see that as a shawl now.
Yeah.
Those two together, they're going to be so pretty. Really, really nice. Okay.
That. And then one of my swap partners from my swap partner from the same
Mini swap.
mini swap, Grocery Girls. Tina.
Hi, Tina.
Tina, UK. She and I are doing a needle swap. So she sent me this lovely little Notions pouch, and inside I now have another set of size 6s.
Yeah.
I have Knit Pro Zings because
Which
we
you can't get them
here.
here.
So she sent me a size 6, and I'm sorry, this is all mirror image, and I feel very simple. And size 2 US, so 4 millimeters and 2.75 millimeter
Shawl.
shawl and
Socks.
socks. So thank you, Tina, because there's more. And just so you know, your package is coming. It is waiting for one more piece. But she sent me minis too.
We were just talking about doing the Mrs. Weasley sweater. We're
Right.
going through our minis.
We went to our minis like crazy, and we don't have
A ton of...
fingering weight on our own.
We haven't done that much with fingering weight, so we are relying on our minis, and we're going to need to replenish them.
Or
We're
start
gonna have
knitting
to
socks.
knit lots of socks. Wait till we get our Felici.
Yeah. So she sent me the minis, and then she sent me a chocolate progress keeper and some stitch markers for the sheep and a smiley face and a little purple heart. So,
Very cool.
very cool. And some sweets. So we have Chewits Extreme Sour Apple. This is all treats from the UK. And Dib Dabs, which is a cherry lollipop, and you dab it into the sugary mixture, I think. So,
We used to
Very
have
cool.
something very similar to that. It was like,
there's the straws.
no, it wasn't the straws. It wasn't those. It was a piece of candy about that big that was like a tongue depressor shape, almost. And it came up with a packet of powder.
And it was terrible candy.
It was awful. It was really awful.
You only wanted the powder.
And then you dipped it in, or you licked it so that the powder would stick to it, and you dipped it in the powder, and then you sucked it. And
yeah.
you kept doing it as a dipper type of thing.
So,
the things
thank you
we
very
used
much,
to eat.
Tina, and I apologize that I haven't sent yours yet, but again, we are hoping to get you one last piece this week at the fair.
Yes.
So.
Okay.
That's my mail.
Yes, 2 things in the mail. Really great mail week.
Yes.
Very cool. All right.
And now I can use the needles because we can try out Knit Pro Zings and see what they like.
Yes, we're gonna
So
try
Marybeth's
them.
going to use the socks. She's going to. This is Tina. You're going to be the reason Marybeth starts socks. 'Cause
That's
she's
it.
going to try out the
You're gonna
size
set me on.
2 Knit Pro Zings, and I will do my shawl for Mary my 6s.
Okay. All right. We have a plan. All right. Yarn drooling. We have some yarn drooling.
We always have yarn drooling.
Yes. All right.
I feel very sorry for myself sometimes. Please don't feel sorry for me.
No.
There is nothing wrong.
No. However, we've spoken about knitting bunting before because she was doing the Beatrix Potter colors.
She's
which we
knitting bunting on
love.
Instagram and Elm Tree Yarns
On Etsy.
on Etsy.
And then she did the Roald Dahl cover, the Roald Dahl books, the children's books. She was doing her colors based on that. And there's some really cool ones for that. Now she's doing the War of the Roses.
You're killing me.
Seriously?
Just
You're killing
me.
us. You have to go see this yarn. Follow her on Instagram. It's Knitting Bunting. She puts up pictures. Her Henry VIII.
Oh my god.
I want that yarn so badly.
I'm pretty sure that one sold out almost immediately.
I want that yarn so badly. And Elizabeth Woodville.
Yep.
Oh my god. And Lady Greensleeves. My Lady Greensleeves.
Oh my god. They're all fall colors.
I'm pretty sure she doesn't watch
all
this.
bloody and red.
But
Just
Knitting Bunting, if you watch our podcast, if you ever want to do a swap with bags, we'll swap you bags for yarn. Just get in touch with us.
if any indie dyer wants to swap,
we will make you bags.
Yep.
If you want to, do a swap with yarn and bags, we are so into that.
Yeah.
So into that. Helen keeps talking about how she wants to dye yarn, and it's not something I'm really interested in right now, although I'm sure once she really gets up and going, I will get totally sucked into it. But
and somebody asked us
a long time ago
in our Ravelry group if we would ever think about dyeing yarn, and we were both go back into our old episodes. We're like, no, I don't want to. I just want to knit with yarn. Yeah, now I want to dye yarn.
Still not so much me, but I'm sure I will get sucked into it. However, Knitting Bunting's yarn, oh my god, I really want that yarn. So, at some point,
We
I
need
hope
to
to.
have a really good Monmouth County Fair.
We will get some. Okay, and then you have one too.
Yes. I forgot. We actually looked her up this morning.
Yes.
Little Skein in the Big Wall.
Now, this is how I remember it, because I'm pretty sure she took it from Little House in the Big Woods.
Yeah.
Because I was a huge Laura Ingalls Wilder fan.
She makes project bags and she puts kits together. So she has an Anne of Green Gables kit. It's fabric that I'm fairly certain she designed herself. So it's original fabric. That's all Anne. It's maple leaves, and then it's got the cutout of Anne in the leaf. It's just gorgeous fabric.
The silhouette of Anne against the leaf.
And she has a shawl pattern in there, and then yarn to go with it.
It's a great idea. It's just a
brilliant
really
idea,
great idea,
and we're both huge fans of Anne of Green Gables. And as with Knitting Bunting, our third sister, she bought the Knitting Bunting yarn. I wouldn't speak to her for days.
We were drooling. She brought it down to the shore where we got together for the 4th of July, and we got to see it.
She lives out in Pennsylvania, so we don't get to see her as often, but she brought it down. And then the yarn is as beautiful as you would expect it to be. And when we were down on the shore over the 4th of July weekend, we found the Little Skein in the Big Wall, and there's Amanda going on and buying. She's like, "You don't mind?" No.
We really don't. We really don't. And we hope you have a wonderful time knitting it. But drooling
yes.
a little bit.
Oh, and she's stitch markers. She includes the stitch markers.
Yes.
In that kit too.
So and it comes in this really pretty box.
I'm impressed with the idea. And it's just such beautiful, like-minded things.
Yes.
So
I mean, it's so us.
Yeah.
Because she's got a Pippi Longstocking one.
Secret Garden.
Yes, and now she's doing
the Olympics.
She's doing the Olympics, and it's really cool. So
it's just one of those things where I wish I had thought of that.
Right. I just started. We just found somebody Little Box of Crochet, another one. She puts out kits where you join and you get the part of the subscription, and you get this. It's such a pretty box. It's just a cardboard box, but it's so pretty.
Beautiful packaging.
Yeah, the packaging is gorgeous, and you get enough yarn, and I think you get the needles. And
I think you get a pattern.
The pattern.
Yeah.
And to do a kit every month, which is a great idea. Really great idea.
Yeah. And they're really, out there, Yarn Box and that kind of thing.
So really, really, really pretty stuff. But yeah. So that's our drooling.
Longing.
Our drooling for this month. Okay. So
just go with that.
Okay. We were talking about possibly doing a swap of our own. We are just beginning to try and figure out the idea. So it's not been hashed out at all, but we're just throwing it out there. A sister swap. In case you don't know, we're sisters.
We had somebody stop us, and they said she couldn't believe, it was a friend of hers, did not realize that we were sisters. He thought we were partners. And she said, I just looked at him and goes, do you even look at them? They look exactly the same. So,
anyway,
to those who don't realize, we're sisters.
And we thought it might be kind of fun to do a sister swap where if you have a sister and you want to do a swap with another pair of sisters or a trio of sisters or whatever.
It doesn't have, and you don't have to have a podcast, because I know there are lots of sister podcasts, because that's kind of where the idea started.
Right.
But just get together with your sisters and put a package together for another set of sisters.
Right. And, a
nice yarny
goodness package. Yeah. So
if you're interested, leave us a comment either on the YouTube video or you can message either one of us on Instagram.
Okay.
Because as we said, we're still hashing it out, so we don't know whether
we really have no idea how it would work or anything like that. It just came to Helen this morning, and we thought,
and I've moved on to the Amazing Razor Yarn stores, so
yeah,
I'm running with that one now.
Okay. This is how our minds work.
All over the damn place.
Yeah.
Wonder why I can't get anything done.
Really. Oh, God. Okay. We also wanted to mention that we are doing, we signed up to do a couple of test knits, which is brand new for us. This is kind of exciting.
Very cool.
Yeah. Meanest Mommy is doing a Superfan scarf. I want to say shawl, but that's not it. Superfan scarf. She sent us the pattern. We need to get yarned, so we have not quite started it yet, but we know exactly what colors we're doing, and they're going to be Christmas presents, and they're going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be very cool.
Anyway,
so we should have progress on that hopefully next week.
Next week we
have to get started.
She wants it.
We have till August 22nd, I think, to get it done.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure it's well into August that she wants it done, but she does want updates. So we're going to, I read through the pattern, and it looks like it's a well-written pattern and everything, and it's going to be relatively easy to follow, so that it's going to be cool.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to go by very quickly, because it's going to be
awesome.
A scarf. So it's not like you're doing a sweater.
Yeah.
It's a scarf going back and forth very quickly. And you do it with DK weight or worsted, so that it's going to be even thicker, So, we're going to get started on that, and hopefully we'll be able to show you. And then Yumi Yarns was looking for test knitters for a hat that I signed up for, and she accepted me, but I haven't seen anything as far as what the hat pattern is yet. So that'll be coming hopefully next week too. Yeah. So some things that are going to be on our needles coming soon. And then the last thing we wanted to talk about was this is our shameless self-promotion part of the podcast. So if you're not interested in that, we will see you next week, hopefully.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you. But we did do a mini update in the store, and we keep talking about how, we show you bags and we're going to put them on the store. Don't worry about it. And we never get to it. Well, this time we did. We did it ahead of time. So I did just want to show you two of the bags that we got listed, because they're really kind of cool.
They're awesome.
So this one.
These are the ones we got listed were all our Louisa style, which is the extra large sweater blanket size.
For those of you that don't know, we name our bags after our favorite female authors, and Louisa is for Louisa May Alcott. And this one is so perfectly us because, it's covered with frogs and toads. But this is a canvas, and then it's got a salmon-colored inside and a bright yellow zipper. It's got frogs and toads all over it, squared off bottom. It's about 15 inches across the top and about 12 inches across the bottom, 11 or 12 inches across the bottom, and really, really big. You can definitely get a sweater and a whole bunch of
You can get all your sweater quantity yarn in here, the whole sweater project, and then zip and handles to carry.
Right. And it comes either with or without grommets, depending on whether you are a grommet person. If you are, you just put the yarn inside the bag, feed it out through the grommets, and then it doesn't go rolling all over the floor.
And if you don't like to knit, it's an awesome tote bag.
Right. Or, just pick it up and go. And then this is one of our other ones that is one of our most popular patterns, so I wanted to show it. It's vintage 50s style fashions set against Paris backdrops.
I will own this bag one day.
Yes, one of these days I will make an honest mistake and get to keep one. But it's just, I love the dresses. Absolutely love the dresses. The colors, everything about this bag is gorgeous. Blue polka dot inside, bright yellow zipper. Just a really, really fun bag. So we just wanted to show you a couple of them so you can see them. And so if you're interested in these at all, a bunch of them are up on the shop.
Yep.
And we will be adding more of our Kate style, which is more of our long shawl bag that also doubles up as a great wine bag. We'll be adding more of those this afternoon. As far as the show notes are concerned, I believe we are done.
I believe so.
All right. Thank you so much for hanging out with us this week.
Yep.
And
Go forth and knit.
We will be coming back about next week because we're going to have a lot to talk about with the county
fair
fair and everything. So, yeah. All right. Ready? Your pig says, go forth and knit.
Go forth and knit.
Have a great week.
Yes.
Happy knitting.
Happy
Enjoy the summer.
Enjoy your summer, even though
Don't
we're
get
ready
down.
for fall. Don't get...
Because I keep talking about us being grown-ups and responsible. Go have a good
do
time.
Stuff.
Yeah, have fun.
Enjoy the Olympics.
Go play Pokemon Go.
Yes.
You know? Everybody's out playing Pokemon Go. I would be playing Pokemon Go, except my phone is so old. It won't do it.
And mine's a version after hers, and mine won't even do it.
Yeah,
So.
it crashes. So
They're talking about doing a Harry Potter. Mary Beth told me this morning they're talking about doing.
God.
I'm like, that will get us new phones.
Yes.
Because we'll have to go catch the Harry Potter.
Yes, because that was one of the videos the trailers came out, the newest trailer for the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and oh my god, I cannot wait till November to watch this movie, because it's just got everything. It's got magic and J.K. Rowling and Eddie Redmayne, and it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
It's going to be so good. And if they put out an app that is about trying to find the magical creatures that have escaped for Harry Potter,
We're going to buy new phones.
we're going to buy new phones.
Forget the yarn. We're
Forget
going to buy
everything.
new phones.
Yes. So,
Forget the rent. Forget the electricity. I'm buying a phone.
be living in my car. But I will be
catching Harry Potter monsters.
Okay.
With that,
In mind.
go forth and knit.
Have a
We will
great
see.
week, everybody. Bye.